Hello and welcome to the Go East Festival for Central and Eastern European Films. My name is Dominik Streib and I'm the program coordinator of the festival. Next to me should stand Uta Beria, but for now he's just on the television because everybody knows why. But thank you, Uta, for being here with us. Uta Beria is director of the film Negative Numbers, which we had in our competition section this year. We tried to screen it 2 times in the cinemas, 2 times it doesn't work, but now we have you here for a little Q&A. Thank you for being here.
Hello, thank you for inviting me.
So, Uta, just to get to your film right now, there is these real background story with these rugby coaches getting to a prison in Georgia with the inmates of that prison. Can you tell us shortly what was your interest in this story and what was your first approach to make a film out of it?
Yes, as you said, it was a real story. These real rugby players were teaching rugby in the prison during 2 years. And then they said that let's make about this film because what we saw is very important, and let's talk about it, and everyone will see what we saw in this prison. Then they find me as a scriptwriter, and I started to work at the script, and it was the 5 years working, because there was a lot of materials and a lot of real stories. And then I grew up, and then we decided let's be the director Uta, and it was the beginning of how we did it, this film, and all the characters have they are real stories based on the real stories, real people, real dramas, and also the main point is also the real, because I meet one guy who changed after playing rugby, and who was the main in the prison as an observer at the with this criminal hierarchy, and then he changed with mentality. So we were very proud that this is possible, what we are doing, what we are showing to the people. And it was also very important for me, for us who created this film, because it is a real problem. It is not for just a film about social drama, like for international audience, to show them that hey, look, we have such problems, and how it is beautiful. Like most of films, I think, have that problem that I don't like, and we tried not to do that, because this problem was important for us as a citizen of this country, and we just wanted to react and to tell the story, how we see how we can change together ourselves and each others. And that was the motivation.
You said also about the hierarchy in the prison. So there is at the beginning of the film there is these archival material and these little explanation about the culture of thieves in law. And also, I think in the material, you said something from thieves in law to thieves no more. Maybe you can tell us a bit about this tradition or culture of the thieves in law, and how you integrate it into the film.
This is a like culture, because it has already more than 70 years story. So it becomes like a underground culture. This thief in law, it means that someone has power and he's out of the law. And it was created in Soviet Union for to have control in the prisons, because there was a lot of prisons and a lot of prisoners, millions and millions. So they understand that they need some kind of system inside the prison. So they create this, and it is like a very the structure is very very beautiful for people who cannot see the clear picture. So people can easily feel like they are good people, but they are not. And year by year, this system came out from the prison, and people starting to live with this outside the prison, in the streets, in the houses, in the neighborhoods. And so it becomes the culture. It enters in our mentality. And there are a lot of younger people who just follow this style of life, and they destroy their future. So it was our main opponent, we can say that, what we are fighting against for. And yeah, it is what I can say about that. And the introduction, it is because of to see the clear picture for the audience who don't understand what kind of culture is that. And that's why we just put the introduction in the beginning of the film.
Okay, and the film takes place in the beginning of the 2000 years, I think?
Mm-hmm.
Or also the real...
Not the beginning, 2010. Like
2010, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think this rugby training was in the beginning of the 2000s, or?
No, it was 2010, 11.
I just thought because of in some materials that were written that you also connected it somehow to the Rosen Revolution, which was in Georgia in 2003, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So there's also this connection to this revolution, like it's like a little revolution in the prison. I mean, they plan the riot, but then the real revolution is via rugby, maybe.
Almost that, but not that. We can say that real revolution is inside the main character. Yeah, the rugby is just the rugby is not the main what changed the boys. The main what changed the boys is the possibility for ask the question and then re-understand the information or your thoughts and your life. And it's like I just wanted to create the story. There are a lot of characters, and that their stories are making some kind of the main character feels their stories, and after that he's starting to ask the questions, and then he slowly begins to have this inner revolution. Yes.
So also the title, which is negative numbers, there is this little episode between Nika and Dachi.
Yes, Dachi.
Where Dachi explains Nika the negative numbers. And
yes.
I think the title also refers to that the prisoners are negative numbers in the view of the society. They are negative persons and so on. And but then there is I think a change. I mean, at the beginning you also think, yeah, they are quite bad people, but then the inner revolution from the protagonists is taking place, and then they are not any more negative numbers. Was that also some kind of for the title which you had in mind? These double bind first, these Dachi teaching the negative numbers, but also these other layer of it.
Yes, as you say, at the beginning, and not only at the beginning, in our society, there is the thought that these people are negative, and they are out of our society. They are down of the zero, and they have this negative label, yeah, maybe. And then, as you say, we try to show that they are just young people. They need some help. They need some new things. They need some second chance, and if you give that second chance to them, if you talk with them, and if you look at them, you can see that they are not negative. They have inside some possibility, some power to change, and then you see that they have these rugby uniforms, and you see the numbers at the backs, and you understand that they are really numbers, and we see that like the society see them like numbers, not the persons. Yeah, so yeah, it was the.
I find it is quite a physical film. The camera is quite close to the characters most of the time. And for me, that corresponds wonderfully, first of all, to the rugby sport. And second, also, I think to the prison life, which is quite you are enclosed. So maybe you can tell us something more about your thoughts about cinematography.
Okay, I want because you know, when we started, Tato Kotetishvili, DOP is the we were in university together, learning together. So we are friends. So, and we wanted to create the movie without beautiful cinematography. I mean, not to have the characters and the environment and the interior, exterior, and what you see, not to have that for the composition, for the beautiness of the cinematography. To have the cinematography for to feel the story, for to be honest, for story, for characters. And so Tato did for me the most important thing, that he really don't have the shot which is in film, which is beautiful itself, and the audience see how beautiful it is, and that's it. Because for us it was not right to do that, to show that, hey, this struggle of these young people, the problem what they have, and the story what we are telling to you, it is like watch it and find and be then watch the beautiful shots and have a good time. So for us was important what Tato did, and I think his work is main in our film, I think. because he just, how to say, sacrifice. He did sacrifice for our film, and every cinematography wants to have some strong cinematography shot and have composition very beautiful and to be in the front line. And Tato did such a thing that you cannot feel the cinematographer when you watch the movie. You don't feel someone is there and someone is creating this for you. We wanted to do that, and I think Tato did that. Also, I want to do that, not to feel the director when you watch the movie, to sacrifice your own selfish being in the front line. And also the production designer also and costume designer also had this struggle question, need to motivation to not to be in the front line and just sacrifice yourself, your artistic personality for the story.
To get a direct approach for the protagonist or something.
Yes.
Okay, Uta, thanks a lot for the film and for answering the questions and giving some insights in the production and in your approach for the whole film. And thank you for being here. And to our audience, you can watch Negative Numbers as well as our other competition films at Xground On Demand. And there you can also vote for our Audience Award this year.